Hello, and thank you all for coming out to the Queen Tulsa show. It was all a dream. We finally made it. Listen, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. You have come to the place where you can relax, enjoy, and get the hot topics. We can also engage. You can come up or even you can call in. That number is 725 888 1644. Thank you so much for your loyalty. We made it. I'm so excited. You should be too. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Oh, and make sure you sign up for our perks to get all the exclusives first. Thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Queen Tulsa show. I really want to thank you all so much. Today is Saturday, November the 12th, 2022. And you already know, of course, it's Saturday. Let me go ahead and get our daily devotional out so we can go ahead and continue out our day, on a positive note. I do apologize. We are just now tuning in. Today is Saturday, so a girl slept in. We had a party last night. If you missed it, please go and check out the video that we did on yesterday. Once again, if you're a new subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for returning and thank you for your loyalty. Everybody, please make sure you are hitting that notification bell and setting your notifications to all. All right, so November 12th, 2022. Demonstrate love. Ask God to show you how to love someone in your world. 1 John 3:14 through 18. While growing up, I had several Sunday school teachers, but Craig Stowe is the one I remember most. A few months ago, a few times a month, Mr. Stowe stopped on his way home when he saw me delivering newspapers. He'd ask how I was doing and inquire if there was anything he could pray about for me. And before he pulled away, he always bought a newspaper for 5 times its worth. Those brief conversations Mr. Stowe had a significant impact on my life. I knew he cared about me because he took time to look at me in the eyes and make sure I was doing well. The feeling of love is one I try to pass on, even if I have just a few minutes with a person. Believers are called to love one another, indeed and truth. 1 John 3:18. You can make a big difference in someone's life with simple acts of service and kindness. A hug, a conversation, a meal. You don't have to reach a large crowd. Just let God use you to show one person at a time that you care. All it takes for someone to feel God's love, it's a little bit thoughtful attention. All right. So I hope that resonated with somebody out there. Let's do some housekeeping. We do have Daniel in the building. Daniel Thompson says, "Hello, Queen." Hello, Daniel. I hope your day is wonderful and you are enjoying the Saturday. We also have William Knightson. How you doing, ma'am? Hope you have a great weekend. Listen here, I am having a blast because I get to be here with you guys first and foremost. And secondly, I'm doing what I love best, and that is being a content creator, being a live, social media presence, sensation, you know, all of the above. So, yes, my day is great, and I want to thank you all for asking me how my day went. So, without further ado, I did want to come forward and once again say rest in peace, Takeoff, because we will be discussing mob ties and J Prince finally coming out and speaking, saying, he's speaking on the You know, when we were talking last night, I was like, oh wow, you have got to be playing. Def Jam Records in my DM. I think that's a scam page. But back to the topic. Okay, so listen. So as you guys know, last night I was just talking about, some of the things that was going on and even in the industry, right? And so here we are on Saturday, and you have Junior coming out and pretty much dismissing everything, all the accusations, yeah, all the accusations and so on and so forth. So without further ado, I did want to bring up a clip that really stood out to me with Jay Prince Jr. And it's just like, I don't know, maybe I'm still trying to grieve that this man is gone. But then, here you go, you have this man coming out and talking. And I think that we've all prayed and asked, um, for a certain thing. So now he is speaking. So let's go ahead and hear what Jay Prince Jr. has to say.
To try to contaminate the real or try to discredit the real. It ain't never gonna happen for the real ones who know. Now it happened with the trolls and the people who don't know no better and things of that nature.
Okay, so now he's talking about me because this is my thing. When I wanted to break it down, because I was trying to figure out when you say you go into somebody's hood and you check in, like what does that really mean? Guys, listen, I just checked the likes, and unfortunately, we cannot continue with the show until you guys hit that like button. We're going to go on a 1 minute. We'll be right back. Hello, and thank you all for coming out to the Queen Tulsa show. It was all a dream. We finally made it. Listen, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. You have come to the place where you can relax, enjoy, and get the hot topics. We can also engage. You can come up or even you can call in. That number is 725-888-1644. Thank you so much for your loyalty. We made it. I'm so excited. You should be too. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Oh, and make sure you sign up for our perks to get all the exclusives first. Thank you. Absolutely, guys. So if you are just now coming in, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Listen here, we are working on a Saturday. And I know y'all get tired of those ads that I put in that y'all have to watch and maybe click like skip ad to. But listen here, we got to pay the bills some way, somehow. So on that note, give me 1 second. You guys can hit the Cash App so we can carry this show. Let's go. All right, we've come to the point in time. Oh, wow, things are getting a little shaky around here. Well, guess what? It's time for an intermission. And also, it's time for an offering. So however you can give the offering, we'd appreciate it. Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle. Today, we are having a great time. So go ahead and hurry up and get back to the show. All donations are appreciated. All right, all donations are appreciated, but just show your girl some love. Even if it's a like, I have to stress that, guys. We are begging for likes because that's what gets our channel out there in the algorithm. If you know anything about YouTube, please like, share, subscribe. And now we can go ahead and continue with our content. You have Jay Prince going off because I had questions about, the mob. I mean, just the check-in, right? Because we had Takeoff's childhood friend on the show last night. And these guys, they listen to our videos, guys. They watch, they listen. So I know they are watching and they are listening. However, they have not displayed the character to me to make me understand, like, what's the characteristics of checking in? What is the pros and cons? I get, okay, you check it, but guys, this is just a lot. But let's get into it.
But when they come down to contaminating real amongst the guys, the real guys, city, state to state, who really in tune, the be happening, who really a part of that. At the end of the video, Prince is talking about Ye's mindset, Kanye. Mm-hmm. Like, you never can contaminate nothing that's silent. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never got to fear some bull contaminating our legacy. Except for when it come down to trolls or people who don't know, and they don't even matter. Like, majority of the people with an opinion ain't got no money, and they ain't got no opinion that matters because they not in the industry.
Okay, so listen. So Jay Prince is saying, oh, they don't have no opinion. They don't. Oh my goodness, Daniel Thompson became a member. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you, Daniel. I really, really, really do. Y'all, shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Daniel. Listen here. I don't know. I don't know. What can I do? Oh my God, how can I celebrate Daniel? Daniel, let me give you the intro one more time. Hello, and thank you all for coming out to the Queen Tulsa show. It was all a dream. We finally made it. Listen, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. You have come to the place where you can relax, enjoy, and get the hot topics. We can also engage. You can come up, or even you can call in. That number is 725-888-1644. Thank you so much for your loyalty. We made it. I'm so excited. You should be too. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Oh, and make sure you sign up for our perks to get all the exclusives first. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Daniel. I was trying to give you like a banner. Oh my goodness, guys, I get so overwhelmed and I get so excited. I'm very much so human, but I really appreciate the small things that you all do for us in the show. So without further ado, let me go ahead and thank Daniel one more time. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And let's go ahead and get this content rolling.
Nothing like that. Like, their opinion is just from, sideline view. They on the sideline. You feel what I'm saying? So their opinion really don't even matter. It doesn't matter even more so because they had no idea what's really transpiring. Understood. They ain't in the loop. And you understand this now, you being in the industry. Okay, so you're saying there's two different levels? I'm telling you, it's two different things. It's two different things from being a celebrity and being in tune to the streets for real. Got you. I'm giving you the two different perspectives. Understood. So I'm trying to make you differentiate the two to where celebrity shit ain't got nothing to do with the respect that comes down here. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of niggas with more power. I mean, not more power, but more influence or more money than us when it comes down to being a celebrity, but they ain't got the respect that we got, so they can't move how we move. I understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know how to differentiate the two, respect and notoriety. Understood. I have another question for you. What do you feel about checking in? That whole checking in theory. What is your...
Okay, so before we get into the whole checking in situation, you're gonna notice that Junior is trying to be very careful with his words, only because he knows that he's being watched, and he already knows that the public is already out here. We're keeping an ear to the streets. We're taking every recordings. We are doing our due diligence because it seems like really us as a public, it seems like we are doing the police work. And I've never known a job where you get paid, you didn't have to work, or you're not working hard enough. Because when we're on jobs, we go the extra mile, we prove ourselves, I want to say like from, being, okay, let's say like 16 or 18, right? You have your first job. You're trying to prove yourself. You're trying to work as hard as you want, right? But my thing is, once you learn the game, then you're like, oh, okay. Everybody has their fair share of work. I don't have to work this hard. I don't try to have to do my job plus everybody else's, right? But this is my thing. When you're checking in, that's to get clearance. It's like you have to get another freedom. But I'll let J Prince Jr. Explain us what he means by checking in.
People at the end of the day, people get checking in misconstrued. When we say checking in, and we don't need to tell niggas to check in. We don't tell niggas to check in. What I say is when I go to another nigga city and I got respect for certain niggas, I reach out to them. Majority of the time it's because I got a relationship with them already. But even if I don't have a relationship with them already, instead of me being who I am and standing for what we stand for, instead of me going to another nigga city and bumping heads with them and end up having to go to war, I'd rather reach out to them or to a representative of their camp and be like, hey, man, y'all open the doors for us out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because...
Okay, I get that. And I get it to a certain extent. We have to take it back. Takeoff and Quavo had come to your town, right? Everybody knows that these are superstars, right? Everybody knows them. Do you feel like it was a disservice for you to not hold down the meaning of what it meant to check in? That's to make sure that we are all protected, that nothing happens to your crew, nothing happens to my crew. That's what I'm getting. If you guys see anything else in this story that I'm not getting, let me know.
If I don't say y'all open the doors for us out here, then we might end up being in the same situation. Both of us have big heads. Both of us stand for what we stand for. And we just so happen to get into it with somebody in their clique. You know what I'm saying? Now we just started a whole war instead of just reaching a hand out to the environment when we in the nigga environment and being like.
Okay, so this is what I want to know. Did Takeoff start a war? Because this is the information that I have. When Takeoff had went to Houston, Takeoff did not hop in the car with Jazz Prince and Quavo them. Takeoff decided to get his own transportation and he went to his hotel room, and then he proceeded to get his own self to the bowling alley. So was that a sign of disrespect? Because when you talk about disrespect and then you talk about the gang life, I know in certain conversations to certain members, you can't say the C word and you can't say the B word. Like, hey, what's up, or what's up? What they would usually refer to their own family members or members of that organization. Because I call it an organization. These people have titles. You have the big K, you have the OG, it's an organization, right? And listen, let's be honest, before we go any further, is MOBTIES an organization? Do you guys know if MOBTIES is an organization in the comments? Let me know. Press 1 if you think MOBTIES is an organization. Press 2 if you don't. Because I want to take us on a little education run before we get back into Junior, because Junior has a lot to say. Junior is definitely speaking out now. Not really sure why, but yeah. I feel like it's a little too late, but any time is a great time, now that I think about it. Okay. While we wait on that, here, let's listen to what Junior has to say.
Man, y'all show us y'all sit. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to have no problems with y'all. But do you think it's not that we scared of having problems with y'all? Because we ain't scared of having problems. It's just we trying to avoid them. So if we can avoid a problem and gain access to a lot because y'all already got y'all city on smash, then why not reach out to the individual and try to get that same Yeah, love that they get. You do what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, relationships are worth more than money. Relationships worth more than money. It can be niggas with a bunch more money than us. And you know this now, nigga. It's niggas who got a bunch more money than you. But you got the relationships with the right people. They can't.
So, loyalty, 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 loyalty. Mob ties. So listen here. When we talk about mob ties, I want you guys to see this so you don't think that, oh, Queen, you're just nitpicking, you're trying to find something, or whatever the case may be. But I want you to listen to this, okay? Give me 1 second. And I'm gonna bring it up so you guys can actually see the facts. Because I'm never I don't want to put anything out that's not correct. All right, we do have some comments in the chat. Daniel says people don't care about superstardom. Jprincejr run Houston, and I tell people not to touch somebody they won't be touched. But see, this is my thing. This is my thing. It's big egos, And then when we talk about these rappers and stuff, we've got to say this. We've always got to add drugs and alcohol into the mix because when you think about it, what are they rapping and singing about? The drugs, the alcohol, this, that, and the third, and how they feel and how they're going to turn up. And do you think that they passed on that situation of getting under the influence? No, they are going to get under the influence one way or another. Mob ties. When two large groups, gangs, etc., come together as one. That's my brother. We got mob ties behind us. When two large groups, gangs, come together as one, right? Oh, I think I went too far. Okay, so gang. Y'all don't know what a real gang is. While they're usually violent and intimidating and shit, the original gangs were made to protect the place they lived. I'm going to read that again. The original gangs were made to protect the place they lived. Living in the hood was tough. So people who didn't have family were too weak to live on their own and stuff like that. Just joined together to protect themselves and their neighborhood. So you guys can talk about how you're a gang banger and shit, but don't think that gangs are all about gang signs and violence. They really just a family people never had. Okay, so I get that part of the definition, but do we really, okay, are people really utilizing this gang life or this gang situation as such? That's the definition right there, y'all. So y'all know that I'm not lying. I'm giving you facts. The gang life was designated to protect the neighborhoods, right? But then you got to think about the fear, the envy, and the distrust also placed into that. So you got to think about crabs in a bucket. When somebody's out there, they're doing their thing right. And, the next person that's coming up, they have to go even harder. You want to know why? Because precedence has already been set. Somebody has already set the bar. So when somebody has set the bar high, what do you think the next person in line has to do? They have to come even harder. But let's go ahead and get into Junior and what he has to say about all this mess.
With them people the way you move with them. That's a fact. Yeah. They can't move with them the way you move with them. But people have relationships. So I'm all about creating relationships and even relationships that we don't have. So if I go to a city and I'm in tune that these niggas running that city, I'm gonna send one of my guys or I'm gonna send a message like, hey man, I want to meet these dudes. I'm not gonna create a problem with them unless they create a problem with me. I'm gonna extend my hand. I'm gonna extend my.
Okay, so y'all, I have to pause it right there. Do y'all think that Offset caused a problem with him? Because when we think about it, his dad, and they're saying that that's not even his real dad. Jay Prince Jr. was adopted into the family, right? But this is the thing. Now it's like you're a hothead And your dad did not place you guys, your adopted father did not place you into the family business until he felt like, okay, well, maybe they can take notes and watch and see how I roll as they're growing up. And then, he wanted them to be familiar with the territory, familiar with the surroundings, and years of experience of being, seeing, getting that breakdown. So, okay, when it's time for you to take over the family's legacy, you know what we stand on. You know how we move. You've watched us for years. So when it's time to pass the throne, I want you guys to make it do what it do. Well, unfortunately, before we even got to the part where they could make it do what it do, you have Jay Prince out here that's got the fame bug, and his posse got trigger happy. His ego got bruised. And Takeoff had to lose his life in a senseless act of violence. When you talk about a person that has so much control, do you think that somebody in his camp is going to absolutely mistakenly get shot? No, that's not going to happen. And you want to know why? Because they have each other's backs. Everybody has a number. And unfortunately, today, on November the 1st at 2:30 in the morning, it was Takeoff's turn. They said, no, you're not going to take off. We're going to take you down. You got to think about that, guys. It's some people in your community. We know this. We know this for ourselves. It's people in our towns and our cities that hate on us, that don't want to see us excel or be great. They always got something to say, or they don't support us, but they will support our enemy. Our enemy. All right, guys, let me go ahead and push forward with Junior's message.
And be like, hey, man, I want to meet these guys. Y'all line us up, see if we can benefit one another. You know what I'm saying? I'm in their city. I'm going to see if they can introduce me to their city because it's their city. And I'll do the same in return. And it ain't no telling what our relation.
Oh, one more thing, guys. We do have a Station Head link in the chat. I will be going to Station Head. We do have a show set for 2:30. This is the Station Head link. It's pinned in the chat. You guys, if you want to follow the party on over to Station Head, I set it for 2:30, but I'm going to finish out the content on here. We have about 7 minutes on here, and we'll be headed to Station Head. So if you want to listen to music, if you want to kick the shit, we're more uncensored over on Station Head.
Can take us because I got the relationships. They might have the relationships, so it ain't no telling where our relationships can take us. That's the movement of Mars.
But I think the problem is that people, use the word check in and use it in a negative annotation. So that's why it's looked at like that.
And get a connotation.
Connotation. Say something aggressive like you gotta check in.
I mean, that's cool. You keep on saying that. I ain't never said it.
No, I'm not talking. I'm giving you an example.
I understand it, but you're using that example towards me. Therefore, it's exemplified like I used that example too.
You didn't use it.
So I want to make sure. I want to make sure that everybody who knows, everybody who's having a conversation with us or listening to this conversation with us right now, know that you're not talking or exemplifying any words that I've said. Ain't nobody said that nobody got to check in. But when you use that connotation, people are taking it as their derivative. Like, hey, man, this said that before.
You know what I'm saying? I never.
I ain't seen that.
Well, let me correct it. I never heard you say.
You ain't heard none of my family say it.
I never heard none of your family say it. Right? I never heard you saying. Like, what's up with you, man? Why you so aggressive, bro?
I just want to make sure that it's more important than any one man like his order, my brother. You do what I'm saying?
I hear you, but
I live and die by that. More important than any one man like his order. You did. So I just want to make sure that you ain't sending the wrong messages.
I'm not trying to send the wrong message, but
you will do it unintentionally.
My opinion, not based off you or anybody in your camp saying it. My opinion from hearing others say it is that the way they say it, the way they put it, makes people not want to do it because of our egos. Right. You know, egos is a hell of a thing.
And you would know about it. You would know all about egos because you got a big one. You definitely have a big one. And guys, I definitely have to chime in here and there because this man has a big ego and he feels like he's untouchable because his daddy, is going to bail him out of jail every time, guys. Y'all don't remember this? When he was getting out of prison, that man is a thug. That man was running the inside and running the outside. Soon as he came from the outside, I mean, it was like a ritual. These guys just started coming up to him and putting jewelry around him. Yes, that's fine. Okay. But my thing is, let's talk about it. Everything that you put out, it seems to haunt you. Mute Tasha K, that is perfectly fine. But listen here, love, we have to go through the details. We have to break it down. And this was his recent, he spoke out recently, love. So I'm not really sure what you're talking about. But I love you.
Getting drama and stuff like that. So somebody said, you got to check in. Our ego is a man. I'm not checking it nowhere, man. I can travel.
Listen here, we're talking about check in. That's how Takeoff was taken out because he didn't check in. So if you guys don't want to see this perspective, this is a message that I think I'm trying to drill. There is a check-in. There is consequences and repercussions if you don't check into somebody's town. They've already let you know. You check in so then you're safe. The people know that you're there. So they're little goons that didn't get the message. They're going to get you. That's the importance of checking in, people. If you don't know about gang life, we're trying to educate you. I'm learning as we go. We had Takeoff's childhood friend on an interview last night. He's been on the channel twice, guys. I'm breaking it down. I'm trying to bring closure, bring understanding, because I'm still grieving, and I'm pretty sure everybody else is. I'm sure his mother is grieving. She woke up today, had to savor the taste of a memory of seeing her son in a casket, and now he's gone in the ground. Let's talk about it. The senseless acts of violence. This is where it starts. These are the communications. This is what they're doing. They have an itinerary.
That's how people think. I mean, there's niggas without relationships and niggas who don't understand the streets, and they take that checking in word worse than.
See, and that's exactly what I was saying. I'm gonna let him say what he's gonna say. I'm gonna try not to stop him. We have 5 minutes, so you guys can stick around. I'll let you guys know when we are going over to Station Hat.
What it actually is. You do what I'm saying? Somebody tell me that. I say the same thing, checking in nobody. But I will reach out to them because I know I need to reach out to, because I expect them to do that when they touch my land. So it's like having that mutual understanding. You get what I'm saying? When you go in city to city, state to state, and you know these is really running their land, then you need to reach out to them. And I say that to all my brothers. Like,
I'm sorry, I have to stop it right there. Niggas that run the land. It's dudes that run the land. You have to check in. And people, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I guess what I'm drilling in is these rappers have to check in. Your favorite rapper still has to check in.
Say this on a boss behalf, so you won't end up creating problems that you can avoid. You do what I'm saying? If you a boss and you know these other bosses in a city, reach out to the bosses, unite the bosses, and avoid problems. Because if you in the club and you end up getting into it with these others who run a city, now you got a whole war situation where y'all might have to kill each other when y'all just could have reached out to each other, had the mutual respect, because y'all probably both would have respected each other. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And avoided a bunch of problems and bull. So it's about putting your ego to the side and putting business on the table. Because you never know how much money y'all can get together rather than putting your ego on the table and having to deal with a bunch of bull. Did what I'm saying? They were MOBTIES. You know what
Well, first of all, Pimp C tried to let Texans know a long time ago. If you come together, you can make this bread together. You know, this industry, they only want to divide you. They are going to pit you against each other. They're going to cause chaos. You want to know why? Because when you're in that game, okay, make a diss track. What's that diss track going to do? It's going to get everybody fueled up. It's going to get your posse fueled up. So when y'all go out in them clubs and they turn that one song on and everybody's jumping up and down, it's that energy. Oh, now I'm bad. Now I'm big. Yeah, I didn't diss this nigga, and I hope he do come to my town. No, so that's where it starts from. It's deep. You didn't check in. Oh, he came to our city. He ain't check in. All right, y'all get on the track. Y'all diss that nigga. That's what they say. That's what they do.
Nah, teach me. Movement of bosses together in elevated structure. City, state to state. Movement of bosses together in elevated structure. We ain't talking about dummies. But you know how much more money we can get if we connect our dots. It's a bunch of niggas with dots. Man, them dots don't mean nothing, man. Them Jews, they connect their dots and they been running for a long time.
Do you hear him? Do you hear him? What is Kanye saying? The Jews have been, y'all. We got to take this conversation to Station Head. I'm gonna address that part when we get to Station Head.
And learn how to utilize each other instead of competing with one another. Learn how to utilize each other instead of high-siding one another. And all that type of nigga can be so much bigger and better than what we are.
Yeah, it's saying the exact same thing. We need to build together as a community. That's why I created that word kingdom, which has a positive connotation.
When it come down to being silent, well, not necessarily silent because it's a bunch of squares that just don't know no better. And I give them type of is a pass. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they squares, so they can do whatever they want to do, and I won't have no judgment about them. But your pops is official. Where you from? Anyway, a lot of people respect him, right? Did you, and this is all due respect, did you have to go down that path because of who he is? To, you know, or you had, like, did you have to, because, you know, obviously, you know, they respect him, you know, he make things happen. Yeah. If you understand what I'm saying, like, obviously, you your own man, but did you have to go down that path?
I understand your question fully, so let me answer.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I'm junior.
Okay.
Therefore, I witnessed the transition from nothing to something. You get what I'm saying?
What did I tell you guys? Grew up in the lifestyle. His daddy pretty much groomed him. This is how it go. We're not going to put you out here. We're not going to put you a part of MOBTIES until you grow to know the system. When we talk about systems, let's look at systematic for the Black people in jail. Just how they have a system, these rappers, they have a system too. These gangbangers, they have a system too. You better check in or we're going to check you out.
I was there when we were staying in a one-bedroom apartment. Me, his fiance at the time, me, my sister, I was there when we was in a one-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? 4 or 5 people in a one-bedroom apartment. To when we moved into a 3-bedroom house. To when we moved into a 5-bedroom house. To when we moved into a 9-bedroom house. So to answer your question, I was there for the transition of nothing to something. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So I was there from nothing to something. So, and me being the first boy, you know, I was on his hip. I'm junior, so I was raised more so up under his image than anybody else was.
Understood.
A transition. Like, a bunch of people think that I grew up and when I was born, I was rich already. Nah, that ain't how this transpired. Like, that ain't how it transpired. I witnessed from going from nothing to something.
I witnessed this. I was a part of this. Now, when it come down to the street, I'm gonna give you a different perspective, and I ain't gave this to nobody, so this is exclusive for you. You get what I'm saying? Now, I felt like personally, me being a man, I feel like my old man had that respect in our city, but me coming up under him and having his influence, you get what I'm saying, and being up under him, I felt like I wanted to create a name for myself. Like anytime a nigga introduced me as, hey man, this Jprincejr son, I be like, nah, nigga, Jprincejr Jr. Like that's just mine. That's just how it was. You get what I'm saying? I went out my way to create MOBTIES.
Yeah, you went out your way for a lot of things. But guys, listen here. We are about to go on over to Station Head. This is where we listen to music, we play music and all that good stuff. We are a little bit more censored here on YouTube. But if you guys want to come on over here, let me put up the link. If you guys want to come over, click this link right here and you can tune into my live show. And what I'll do is I'll keep the live going for a little bit and I'll place a message on the screen to let you guys know to come over. But before we do that, we definitely have to give recognition to Daniel Thompson. He's now a part of the family. I call you guys gods and goddesses. So if you're a man, you're a god. If you are a woman, you are a goddess. And always remember, listen here, you have a lot of power and never give your power away. Use your power for good, guys. Listen here. I'm going to go ahead and pin the link again, but we had to give our congratulations to Daniel. And also, I want to say if you donated to the channel through Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle, thank you in advance. If you are the replay gang, thank you so much for taking time out to support the sister. I'm a Black girl, over here doing my Black girl magic, living in my truth and living beyond measure. I'm overly blessed. I won't complain. There's no room to complain. And I hope you guys really enjoy the show. But click on the StreamYard link right here. And I'm actually going to mute and I'll actually bring up our station head and you guys can see us partying and chilling over there. If you want to talk exclusive, if you want to get uncensored, station head is definitely the place to be. Beat us there. Don't meet us there. I'm out, guys. Hello, and thank you all for coming out to the Queen Tulsa show. It was all a dream. We finally made it. Listen, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. You have come to the place where you can relax, enjoy, and get the hot topics. We can also engage. You can come up or even you can call in. That number is 725-888-1644. Thank you so much for your loyalty. We made it. I'm so excited. You should be too. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Oh, and make sure you sign up for our perks to get all the exclusives first. Thank you. All right, guys. So I'm about to press the go live button on Station Head. So what I'll do is I'll bring up my community wall so you guys can know where to get me on Station Head. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and bring up my YouTube channel and I'll bring up my community wall. And so when you go to my channel, you want to go to my community wall and this is what you want right here. So let me just go ahead and bring it up. Let's see. Okay, so when you see this screen right here, you're going to go to community. You're going to click on it, right? And you're going to scroll down a little bit. Oh, okay, I have to make another one. Here, let me see. Let me edit. So let me do this so then the general public can actually see it. Give me a second, guys. Because I did that for the members, because the members, they always get the tea first, when we're going live. And then here, let me put it for you guys that are not members. And now it's public, so now I can post it. So what you'll do is you'll go to my community wall. You'll go over to come over to station here. You just click on this, and I'll show you what it is going to say. Give me 1 second. As I navigate, listen here, I'm the only one in the studio today, so guys, you gotta bear with. We don't have our production team here today with us, but this is what Station Head looks like, right? So you'll go on, you'll see a beautiful photo of me, and I'll be over there giving content. So, um, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and go live, and then I want to play a welcome song for our guests. Um, our new subscribers, our guests, and all that. So we want to give you a welcome song. And guys, listen, click the the station head link that I have posted is pinned in the comments. That's where we're going to be. We're going to be unfiltered. We're going to listen to music, and we are about to jam. So right now, I am actually going on live. So 3, 2, 1. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Station Head. Today, we have a great show for you today. And I am so excited. It has really been. Oh, how do I mute? All right, guys. So listen here. We are live on Station Head. This is Station Head is pretty much unfiltered. It's my radio show, and I can get so vulgar over there. So I definitely want you guys to hit the link to the Station Yard link. We get very, very, very unfiltered over there. It's a great energy. It's a great vibe. So if you guys want to continue the party, definitely come on over there. I do want to conclude the show. I am your host, Queen Tulsa. Today is Saturday, November the 12th. And you know what? We're going to rock it out like we can't rock it anymore. Okay? I love you all and I appreciate you. To the God and Goddesses, shout out to our new member, Daniel Thompson, for checking in to the God and the Goddesses. And welcome to the palace. We are out. Hello, and thank you all for coming out to the Queen Tulsa show. It was all a dream. We finally made it. Listen, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. You have come to the place where you can relax, enjoy, and get the hot topics. We can also engage. You can come up or even you can call in. That number is 725-888-1644. Thank you so much for your loyalty. We made it. I'm so excited. You should be too. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Oh, and make sure you sign up for our perks to get all the exclusives first.